All right, let's get right into it. Artificial intelligence is changing just about everything, and India is right at the center of this massive shift. It's facing a huge dilemma. How do you deal with the really serious risks of AI, like deepfakes, while also grabbing the incredible opportunity it offers for jobs and the economy? It's a tricky balancing act, for sure. So today, we're going to break down India's ambitious game plan to do exactly that.
So think about it. That last video you scrolled past online, was it even real? With AI, it is getting so much harder to tell. We are living in a time where AI can cook up images, voices, and videos that look and sound completely real. You know, this isn't science fiction anymore, this is our daily reality.
And this new digital world? Well, it demands a whole new rule book. The old idea of a totally unregulated internet is pretty much out the window, especially now that AI-generated stuff is everywhere. Governments all over the globe are scrambling to figure out how to handle it.
At the very core of all this is an official term you're going to want to know: synthetically generated information, or SGI. That's the government's official language for what most of us just call deepfakes. According to India's proposed IT rules, it's basically any information that's been artificially made or tweaked to look authentic. This definition, it's the foundation for their entire regulatory push.
But the whole AI challenge is so much bigger than just spotting fake videos. It's really a double-edged sword for society. On one hand, it's a tool that can cause immediate, very real harm, and on the other, it poses this much deeper, long-term economic risk that could completely reshape our job market as we know it.
Let's talk about that immediate danger first. Just look at this number, 31.2%. According to the 2023 Crime in India report, that's the spike in cybercrime in just 1 year. And what's driving it? Mostly fraud and sexual exploitation, crimes that are being put on steroids by these new AI technologies.
And that brings us to the second, more systemic threat. While we're all worried about online scams, and rightly so, economists are looking at an even bigger problem: the very real possibility of mass job displacement as AI and automation get smarter and smarter.
To really wrap our heads around this, we can actually look back in history. There's a concept called Engel's pause. See, during the Industrial Revolution, factory production was absolutely booming, but for about 60 years, the average worker's pay just didn't go up. The big fear now is that AI could spark a modern version of that. For a country like India, with its enormous workforce, that could mean the economy grows, but millions of people don't see any of the benefits, which would create huge social problems.
And this isn't just some far-off theory. A report from Niti Aayog, India's own policy think tank, puts a very stark number on it. Over 60% of formal jobs in India could be hit by automation before this decade is even over. I mean, that is a jaw-dropping figure that needs a serious, proactive plan.
So, what's that plan look like? India is tackling this problem with a two-part strategy. First up, regulation. The government is building a framework to get the risks under control and bring some much-needed accountability to the digital space.
And their main tool for this is the proposed amendment to the IT rules. The idea here is pretty simple. Make the tech platforms, the ones that host and help create all this SGI, responsible for identifying it. If they don't play ball, they could lose their legal protection for the content on their sites. It's a big deal.
And the plan itself is incredibly direct. It really just comes down to 3 key steps for these platforms. First, they have to ask you, the user, if what you're uploading is AI generated. Second, they can't just take your word for it. They have to use their own tech to try and verify that. And finally, and this is the most important part, they have to slap a clear, prominent label on all SGI. The end goal is total transparency.
But hey, regulation is only one half of the equation. The second part of India's plan, and you could argue it's the more ambitious part, is to completely flip the script, to turn this AI risk into a massive national opportunity for growth and new jobs. This is where the vision gets really exciting. That same Niti Aayog report that warned about job losses, it also laid out a roadmap for job creation. The strategy isn't to fight against AI, it's to embrace it, and to position India to become the world's go-to country for the AI workforce. And this chart really tells you everything you need to know. Right now, the supply of AI talent in India is only meeting about half of the current demand, and you better believe that demand is only going to skyrocket. This gap is both a huge challenge and the exact reason why a national mission is so critical.
So, the answer is a proposed national AI talent mission. And this isn't just one policy, it's a total overhaul.
It starts by making AI literacy a basic skill in schools, then building a massive engine to reskill today's workers, launching a special visa to pull in the world's top AI minds, and even a mission to bring informal workers into this new digital economy. It's huge.
Now, of course, India isn't doing any of this in a vacuum. This is all happening as part of a global AI race, where all the major economies are trying to find that perfect balance between letting innovation run wild and putting up some necessary guardrails. And as you can see, different parts of the world are coming at this in similar but slightly different ways. India is all about that mandatory labeling. The European Union's big AI Act requires watermarking. China also wants clear labels. So, while the methods aren't identical, the common thread is obvious. Transparency is the name of the game.
And really, this quote from the Niti Aayog report just nails it. It sums up the whole mission perfectly. It's all about a unified, urgent response, not just to prevent a disaster, but to proactively jump on this opportunity and ride the AI wave to become a real global leader. So when you look at the whole package, India's plan is incredibly comprehensive. It's tackling both the dangers and the promise of AI head-on. It's mixing hard and fast rules with these really ambitious goals for skilling and growth. But the question that leaves us with is a big one. Is this detailed, two-pronged strategy the blueprint that other countries should be following to build a responsible AI future? Well, only time will tell.